Alright, so a lot of people have been asking me for help regarding using Iron Man in Alliance battle. So I've been responding to people, but I think it would be better if I were to just make a video. So that's what I've decided to do. This video is going to actually be about how to use Iron Man in Alliance battle, what team I find works best with him, or what team is the easiest with him, and pretty much just give you a run through of how I finished Blast Day using Iron Man in my team. First and foremost, of course, you will not be able to do it if your Iron Man is only tier 1. You will need a tier 2 Iron Man because tier 1 Iron Man's damage is not strong enough at all to finish Blast Day. So as you can see right here, this is my team that I use actually. I have Daisy as leader. Now my reasoning to this is because her leadership is a physical shield which lasts for 20 seconds and has a cooldown time of 30 seconds. Now for Alliance battle, your goal should be to maximize your damage output as fast as possible and to take the least amount of hits as possible. So if you are actually taking the least amount of hits as possible, this shield should relatively be up for a good 66% of the time, which in turn will save you from taking a lot of damage. Now as you can see here for Daisy's skills, they don't need to be leveled at all, just her 3-star skill, more bang for your punch, because that's what you'll be using to buff Deathlok and Iron Man. Now as you see here from her gears, you do not need to have those leveled that well either. I have her 2nd and 3rd gears leveled up a little bit just to improve her defense. And then I have the first custom gear I saw with recovery, just to give her a few extra recovery points for her ISO set. Now for her ISO set, I just picked the first healing set I landed on, which happened to be 2 heads. It's nothing special, but there is a health recovery proc, just in case you do get hit once or twice and need that extra health. Now next you have Deathlok. He is the 2nd character in my team. Deathlok is someone that you will definitely need his 2nd skill, covering fire, and his 6th skill, perfect shot, to be leveled to max, level 6, whatever. And because those will be the 2 skills that you will be mainly using to kill the waves of mobs. Now for Deathlok, for his ISO set, a healing set will work, preferably an 8-piece healing set. There is Stark backing, and alternatively I Am Also Groot. I Am Also Groot is more of an offensive healing set, Stark backing is more of a defensive set. Now Deathlok's attack is fine as it is, which is why I prefer Stark backing, just to give him a bit of added defense, and the dodge and movement speed and max HP, and of course the crit damage also helps. And of course there's an HP recovery proc. Now for his gears, of course the 1st gear is all attack, 2nd gear all defense, 3rd gear HP, and his 4th gear is critical rate. Now for his custom gear, obviously as you can see here, these stats are complete shit. Snare resist and fear resist will not do you a thing in Alliance battle. The reason why I put this on Deathlok is for this proc right here. It works miracles and gives you back 16% of your health when you are below 50% of your maximum health, and that will proc every 15 seconds. Now for Alliance battle Blast Day, I do not use a healer. There is one healer who is Rocket Raccoon, who some people like to use. I cannot get him to work. I don't like using him. In my mind, he's a piece of shit. So if you want to use him, go right ahead. But I don't use him, and this video is me showing you who I use and how I make Iron Man work. Now for the last but not least, I have Iron Man. Now for his gears, of course I have all attack, I have all defense, I have HP, and for his 4th gear I decided to go with defense penetration. Now for his custom gear, the dodge adds to his survivability. It allows him to avoid taking some hits, which in turn will save you from losing some health. The stun resist will do you jack shit in Alliance battle, but I put this on him mainly for the proc and the dodge. The proc deals 190% energy damage with a cooldown time of 4 seconds, and it procs when you attack. Now, given Iron Man is mainly for the beast, for fighting the beast, you will be attacking most of the time. So that should proc every 4 to 5 seconds. Now, this type of custom gear is not recommended for many characters, but in Tier 2 Iron Man's case, he has a very high energy attack, as you can see here. So that proc, when it kicks in every 4 to 5 seconds, it will deal a nice amount of damage and will save you a bit of time. Now, for his skills, I suggest that you level them all up because you will use them all in the end. But the main ones that need to be leveled, of course, are Crash Landing, which is also his iframe skill, which I will get to later, as it is very useful and will save you from a lot of hits. And then secondly, Missile Barrage must be maxed, or else you will not survive, or you might survive, but you will not finish Blast Day in the 20 minutes you're provided. And then, of course, there is his 6-star skill one-off, which you should have maxed. It will help take out some mobs around the beast, and if ever you get stuck, it will help take out some mobs when Deathlok is not on the field. Now, for his ISO set, I chose to go with Hail Hydra. My reasoning behind this is because, like I said, I will have Daisy as my leader, and Iron Man will be for the beast, so my shield should be up relatively 66% of the time, as my goal is to not take hits, and with Iron Man's Crash Landing skill, you will be able to avoid a lot of hits, so that shield should be up for the full 20 seconds the majority of the time. And therefore, Hail Hydra, although it's a 4-piece ISO set compared to an 8-piece set like Stark backing or I'm also Groot, it procs when you attack instead of when you get hit. Now, if you had a shield 66% of the time, there's only 33% of the time when you will not be shielded. And I am also Groot or Stark backing, proc at a 15% rate chance when you are hit, which means only 15% of 33% of the time will that actually proc. And then of course there's RNG, which will fucking screw you. It screws all of us. Everybody knows it. So just, yeah, go with Hail Hydra. It will save you a lot. It procs when you attack, although it's only 10% recovery instead of 20%. It will still be much more worth it, as it will be proccing much more often. So now let's get right into it and start this alliance battle. Actually, real quick, I will show you my cards. So for my cards, I decided to go maximum attack I could. So every card that I made that had more than one attack stat, or that had a high attack stat, I placed that because I wanted to go mainly for attack. As you see here, attack. On my next card, I have attack. On pretty much all my cards do I have attack stats. Now I will show you my full cards effect. As you see here, all the attack stats add up. In turn, I have about 45% physical attack and about 50% energy attack in total. And of course, you need the cooldown, which will allow you to use your skills more often, as it will take less seconds to be pretty much regenerated. And then, of course, I have the extra dodge and defense, which really helps out. Although it goes quite unnoticed, it does actually play a part. So let's get right into it and do this Blast Day, and I will show you exactly how I do it. Like I said, I use Daisy as leader with Deathlok and Iron Man. Daisy for the leadership. There is a team bonus between Deathlok and Daisy, which gives you a bit of extra attack as well, with some added dodge for survivability. And then of course there is the bonus for having 3 6-star heroes in a team. Now first and foremost, I would just like to apologize. I am quite sick, so I probably sound like a dying baby, and if that bothers you, you can go fuck yourself. You can go watch somebody else's video. I'm just making this for fun, and I'm making this because I'm hoping it will help some people in turn and maybe give them a few tips and pointers to improve their Blast Day Alliance battle scores and to help them improve using their Iron Man Tier 2 for Alliance battle. So at the start, I like to use Deathlok. He takes out mobs quite quick. And of course, what you want to do is save as much time as possible. You can pretty much use all of his skills except this skill here, because its skill animation is very, 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 very slow. So for the first few beasts, normally what you'd want to do is you'd want to just kite around a little bit, wait for all the mobs to spawn to maximize your points. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to rush through it and show you guys how it's done. And then I'm not going to care about points. So again, you just want to take out all the mobs as fast as you can, save you time. Once again, for this beast here, you should kite around till all the mobs spawn, but I'm saying fuck it and just killing him right away. Usually it's for the first 3 beasts. When using tier 2 Ironman, it's actually for the first 4 beasts, as if you get a proc that kicks in from his custom gear, when you use missile barrage on the 4th beast, it will also kill him in one shot. If you are having trouble with finishing Blast Day in time, I suggest that you do like I'm doing here and just rush through the first few beasts instead of waiting for the mobs, because it will save you a good 30 to 40 seconds. Now regularly what you want to do with Deathlok is gather all the mobs in a circle and then try to take them all out in one shot. If you do not take them all out in one shot, then only half of the next wave of mobs will spawn, meaning it'll take you double the amount of time because you'll have double the amount of waves spawning and only half the mobs, so it will take you double the time to finish. Now here you just want to finish this off quick. The beast roar that you just saw there is something that you really want to avoid in the later beasts, because it will fuck your shit up and it will kill you in one shot. I will touch more on that later. So what I like to do with Daisy is before and after every beast, although I fucked it up here and switched too early, is I like to switch to Daisy back and forth to buff up Ironman and Deathlok to make their first 2 skills deal more damage. If you miss one, it's no big deal. You can wait till the next one, or halfway during the beast you can switch out to Daisy and buff up Ironman to save you a little bit of time. But with Deathlok it's usually not a problem. Now as you can see here, I have not been killing the waves in one shot, so only a few mobs have been coming in at a time, meaning it's taking me more time to kill them all. And here's the last wave. Just want to gather them up and then take them out. Okay, so I kind of fucked up here, but anyways, it's only the start, so it's okay. Now what I usually like to do at the beginning is switch to Daisy and buff up Deathlok, and then take out the mobs with Deathlok. If you can catch the beast inside of a wave of mobs with Deathlok, the shock damage from his 6-star skill will actually take off quite a nice chunk of the beast's HP, which in turn will save you some time. So now that the beast is down, you want to switch out to Daisy. Once the mobs come in, you can buff up and bring in Deathlok, and then you can gather the mobs and take them out with buffed Deathlok, which will do more damage than non-buffed Deathlok. It's actually very simple to beating Blast Day using this team, but it will take a little bit of practice. Don't expect to finish in your first try. It'll take 2, 3, 4, even more tries. I did not get it my first try, it took me a few tries. But once you get used to it, you will be finishing Blast Day on your first try every week. Now, when it's like this and there's just a couple mobs left at the end, Deathlok is a very slow mob killer when there's just 1 or 2. He's great when there's many of them because of the shock damage of his 6-star skill, but when there is just 1 or 2, he is a slow bastard. Now what I'm going to do here, like I said earlier, is I will switch to Daisy and then buff up Deathlok to take out the mobs. Just because you want to be careful with Iron Man and not lose too much health, as he does not have the best defense. And then once you're done taking out the mobs, you can buff up Iron Man with Daisy and fuck up the beast. However, that mob just got in my way and fucked up my buffed missile barrage. Now Iron Man's skill, Crash Landing, is a dream come true. It will save you from many hits, which I will show you how to use. So the first main part of using it to avoid hits is when the beast double jumps, as I will show you the next time he double jumps, should be any second now. After he jumps the first time and lands the first jump, if you use his skill Crash Landing, it will interrupt his jump and he will not jump a second time. As you see right here, he jumped once, I interrupted, and he did not jump a second time, saving you from getting hit. Now where you have to be careful is where the beast, when he gets down below 40% health, he will roar, so just be a bit extra cautious. As you can see here, I kept my distance, and also before the beast is about to roar, he's going to take a quick step back, which is about when you can tell when he's going to roar. That's why you got to try to keep the beast on your screen so you're able to watch him. There, he jumped once, I interrupted it, he didn't jump a second time. It's something very easy, very simple. Get used to it, it will save you a lot of times. Also, when the beast does his swiping skill, you can use his iframe to save your ass, because that skill is another one of Iron Man's skills with the roar that deals a fuckload of damage. So the swipe and the roar are the 2 things you want to avoid the most, or that you want to avoid at all costs. Alright, so switch out to Daisy after the beast is dead. Want to buff up, switch to Deathlok, and then gather the mobs into a group and fuck them up. So here I killed the whole wave, the whole first wave. So I got twice the amount of mobs that came on my second wave, allowing me to take them all out quicker and allowing me to have 1 less wave of mobs to deal with. Which saves time, and the time really adds up. If you do that for every wave after the beast, the time will really add up and it will save you a ton of time. Now after the beast that comes out at around 150 to 160,000, you want to have about 8 minutes left. So the beast that's about to come out here, you want to have about 8 minutes left after he dies. So I will switch to Daisy, I will buff up and switch to Iron Man. I like to use his one-off skill first to get rid of some of the mobs, but as you saw there, my missiles all hit the mob, which is what I try to avoid by using his 6-star skill first. But I did not kill the mob in one shot. Okay, I have auto attack on, this is very annoying. Okay, there he goes roaring again. Sometimes he's a bastard and he roars whenever he feels like it, so you just gotta be careful. Watch him when he takes his steps back. As you see, I use Iron Man's crash landing a lot. It will save you from taking a lot of hits, and it will allow you to play aggressively, staying close to him while dodging his hits still. Nope, I'm about to get hit. Oh, I dodged it. Okay, that's good. Okay, not good. You never want to take too many hits to get your health too low. Makes you vulnerable. So what I'm going to do is switch out to Daisy, wait for Iron Man to come off cooldown. I will buff up Iron Man. Okay, where is he? Where is he? He's about to jump. No, he's about to roar. Okay, fuck you. Okay, not good. I need my Hail Hydra to proc right about now. Okay, at least we got a shield. Okay, where is he? The camera view in Alliance Battle is tremendously shitty. Tremendously shitty. As you can see here, because of that mistake, my time is pretty bad. I should have had the beast down by now. Anyways, switch back to Daisy. This here is a crucial group of mobs. There is a fuckload of them, so you want to take out the majority of them in one shot. So gather them all up in a circle. If you do not take them all out in one shot, you will get fucked up. Unless you get lucky. Okay, I'm lagging hardcore here. I hope I don't die. Wow, I don't even know what just happened. Bunch of dead bodies just showed up. Okay, fuck you guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch to Iron Man and get this over with. So my time is pretty bad right now. You should want to have more time. So given that Iron Man is low health, of course again I'm going to switch to Daisy. Kite around a little bit. This bastard's about to roar. Buff up and then switch to Deathlok and then blast these motherfuckers. I don't know if it's just me or he jumped 3 times there. That was a little odd. Okay, go ahead, roar. Okay, bye-bye. I'm gonna have to make up a little bit of time here, which is why I'm going to switch to Daisy in a second. Right about now. I'm just gonna buff up and then change back to Iron Man. once he comes off of cooldown. And fuck this beast up. Now a good amount of time to have after this beast would be around 5 minutes. I'm gonna have a little less than that, but that's okay, I should still manage. And I'm about to get hit. Oh, not even. And one jump and iframe. And bye-bye. Nope, I'm about to get hit. See, I iframed too early there and I still got hit. That's okay. Okay, I'm attacking by myself. I didn't even click anything. There we go. So switch to Daisy to take out these mobs. So you can buff up Ironman. I mean Deathlok, sorry. Okay, lag is back. So these last two groups of mobs after 200,000 are relatively easier. They're all melee mobs, so they are much easier to group up and they are much easier to take out. Okay, what the fuck just happened? I just lagged and almost died. Fucking beast. Fucking cocksucker. For that you shall die. Motherfucker. What are you gonna do, beast? Gonna jump? I don't think so. Oh, what happened there, beast? Did you just die? Beast can be a real fucking cocksucker sometimes. It's okay. You manage, you make do, and you keep going. So I have 2.5 minutes left. Should be enough time. I try not to watch the clock too much until it's really ticking down to the last minute so I can just go crazy. The next beast should be in soon after this wave. Alright, so this is the last beast. I have a little over a minute left, which should be enough time. Just gotta wait for Daisy to come off of cooldown. There we go. Those fucking mobs got in my way. It's okay. I'll still have enough time, as long as I don't die. And there goes the roar. Now I will switch up to Daisy, wait for Ironman to come back off cooldown. Time's gonna be tight here. This is not my best work. I've done much better. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, anyways, you get the point. I didn't feel like recording again. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just fucked up hardcore and had the worst run I've had in weeks. But hopefully you guys get the point and it helps you with last day. I can't believe that. 6,000 health left. Anyways, yeah, so that's how I use Ironman and that's how I usually finish. It's a lot harder to talk and play at the same time. That lasts me a few minutes. Usually I have time to wait for the first groups of mobs on the first beasts, but I did not have time for that this run. Yeah, that's about that. Just don't talk while you're playing and you will be able to finish, and good luck to you. Hopefully this helped a few people. Hopefully I gave you a few tips and hopefully I didn't swear too much. Good luck. That's it.